Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to this random dude on the internet drawing. Hopefully, this time around, everything's working. Yay! Let's see, let's check this out. Just turn this on so I can. Alvin, hi, how are you? I don't know if you're there, but there you go. Yeah, I can listen to myself, which means that you can hear me. Alright, so last time I drew this right here. This time around, I do have a small thumbnail that I'm going to show you of what I had in mind that I did before I got into the stream today. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And oh, I'm missing the control for the other camera because I wanted to show you a little bit closer. I'm going to do some changes to this, but well, you'll see in a second. Come on. Well, this is working, that one's working. I really need a haircut. Okay. So if I get up close, which I can do with this camera, I was thinking of doing something like this. I'm going to do a little bit of a change here, though. I don't know if you can identify the pose, but hopefully it's readable enough. Let's see. So if I turn this off, it's not perfect, but you can probably have an idea of what I was doing there. Anyway, let me just get farther away with the camera. That's why they call it thumbnails, because yeah, they're really small drawings that allow you to play around with different poses real quick. Anyway, alright, as usual, I'm gonna use my favorite, or one of my favorites, this brush pen. These are really good. I've enjoyed using them for sure. I wonder if this is working. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright. And I try to follow that thumbnail. Also, this time I'm gonna use this to sort of. Hey, I should do this. I can definitely do this. Oh, wait, turn. Great. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite thing. There you go. I just leave it at that. Alright. So I just wanna set here where the top of the head is and where kind of a pose ends. Yeah, I just wanna focus on the head first. Alright, let's try to go for so I'm going to try to make it a female character, and I was hesitating if to do like a helmet or a cap or something, or hair. But I'm gonna go with hair. Usually the most tricky part is figuring out what you want to do exactly. Um, I often try to do it straight ahead, like to draw uh, directly when I'm doing this type of exercises, but it can be a pain when if you don't have a plan or an idea of what you want to do. It can be way more challenging than just having at the very least something like this to draw from, or to fall back on, of sorts. Like you don't have to think as much as if you're doing it on the spot. I do want to get better at just doing this without any sort of aid or assistance. So Mr. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining. Well, this measurement is wrong. This seems to be right. All good. All things considered. Thank you. Appreciate it. So we'll see if I can actually get this correctly. This is me making it up. Like, I just made a small thumbnail as I was showing, and I'm trying to turn it into a larger format. Trying, still not succeeding. I'll see. Yeah. Thank you, appreciate it. Now if this is gonna go the way I expect it to. You just have to get ready for what? I'm confused. What do you mean? Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so I might be out of the woodwork. I think. Still not sure. I don't want to say that this is a complete success yet, but it's going decent. So far, so good. Uh, right. And yeah, it's easier to proportion this if I do it this way than to go straight ahead for the entire measurement. Now that I think of it. Let's do the leg. Nah, I think I messed it up because it should be a little bit more of an open, exaggerated pose. That's also the reason I wanted to do a thumbnail, because if I don't, I think I end up having this tendency of doing more static uh, compositions or something. I don't particularly like that, so you don't really want to do static stuff as much as possible, unless it's like super intentional. Like if you're trying to communicate something that is related to that um, stoicism, or that I don't know, like if you see religious paintings in a church, for example, sometimes there was a period in which it was like this sort of thing, but a lot of the times is they use a static composition. Uh, yeah, it's a way to communicate like this grandiosity or stability, and a bunch of other psychological stuff and undertones of different things. You know, if you're into that sort of thing. I wonder how much time have I been doing this. Well, 23 minutes. It's not that bad, and the fact that is going at the very least decently. I call that a win. Maybe this is not the best foot I could have drawn for this character, but hi, Idolina. Hey, you guys, I have my name on. I've like everybody has a an odd name on the internet. That's a question I get asked really often. I can uh, sort of try to go for that style, but I say I do way more Western type stuff. Even though it my stuff, I guess it also has Asian influence, as a lot of artists work do. Uh, so to answer your question, I could draw it. Normally, it's not part of my style. Um, like if you check out my profile or my my portfolio, you're gonna find some Asian themes like dragons, Asian dragons, and that sort of thing. But anime is not usually what I go for. You really enjoy anime? I'm pretty sure like most of the people that I've seen join, they ask me about that. So I'm pretty sure it's like a huge community of people that are into that, and they do. I would say that they produce probably way more animation than the Western world. uh, like actually now, often they they kind of send it to Asia to get animated. So, well, I don't know what they're doing right now, but I know about a lot of shows that they do kind of the base idea in the US or something like that, and then they send it. Hey, how are you? You came back. Make it like another pocket here or something. I actually wanted to go for like in Atlantis there's this this would be like a mixture of the two characters. There's one that is like a bomb expert, and there's other one that's oh, it turned out okay. Like this is how it looks. It's not I don't. I don't know. I feel it is a little bit static, but I enjoy how it turned out. Yeah. So as I was saying, this is kind of a mixture of two characters. In my mind, at least, it doesn't look like them, and it's not from that world. But to have an idea, I don't remember the name of either of them. But there's one that was a bomb expert, and the other one was like a miner or something, and he used like those glasses. So I thought it was this could be kind of this nerd scientist that is escaping, which is a recurring theme in this cyberpunk world that I've been drawing. So if it goes that way, it should be this way. Yeah, it could go like that. I don't know. Alright, I kind of like this pose. Kind of cool. Do 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 do. Right. Well, that's probably not gonna happen for a few years, probably. Yeah, I do have to take care of my daughter and work and do all sorts of things. So yeah, I guess if I look tired, it's because I probably am. Uh, but yeah, I also probably have kind of this tired face. Well, but you're right. Like my eyes seem seem to be like looking to rest. How I want to do this because the idea is this is like this. Um, I don't know. I wasn't gonna say Fast and Furious. More like Mission Impossible scene or something. That she's like blowing up the her uh, place, so they don't have anything like this typical action movie scene. Let's turn this and bum 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 bum. Yeah, that sort of thing. Maybe not as dramatic, but at the very least, like jumping of something. Just debris like flying off. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this work because this color of paper doesn't work as well with this marker. Even though I do enjoy it quite a bit because it's easier to create contrast. And I also like the texture. It's so, I don't know. I enjoy the kind of the recycle vibe, and like it's not a perfect piece of paper. It already has grit and texture and appeal in it of itself, if it makes sense. All right. Doom, 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 doom. But yeah, probably. Well, at least for example, next week I most likely won't be streaming because yeah, I'm gonna uh, spend some time with the family. So yeah, if you don't see me, that's the reason. I I might still do some short videos, probably, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know yet. Over the weekend filming a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Uh, oh, what the heck? Outside is supposed to be cold, but I'm like sweating. Darn it. Alright. Doom, 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 doom. I really like kind of the direction that this is going. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. That should be good for a shot. Mm. Mostly backlit. Get what? These headphones are. They freak me out every time. Just okay. They randomly turn on. They start talking on their own. Hey, what the heck? Technically, that shouldn't happen, but if like I need to separate it somehow, so might as well. If you look at images of scenes, uh, characters when they're backlit. Depends on how you do that. You end up with a kind of a light line around the character. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you joining. I'll try to get some rest. I do have to. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's part of the reality of artists in this AI driven era, that you have to work a lot of the time to kind of be able to show what you do. I don't know if I'm making sense of freaking nonsense, but what I'm trying to say is you gotta show up and do your thing. It's important. To each their own, though. Is this making noises? No. Bang, 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 bang. Still don't know how I'm going to do the background. I thought I was gonna just do the markers, but maybe it's not gonna be enough. I don't know. 'Kay. So this would be ring light. I think it's ring light. I don't remember if that's the exact term, but it's basically the light that is bouncing on the character. $42. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised that I've been able to turn this page into something decent. Not always the case, though. How would actually like to know if artists struggle with the same stuff I do. Like that sometimes the drawing that you're trying to do doesn't go as you want it to. And how much does that affect them? Do they care that much about it? Do they just keep going? I try to just keep going. Sometimes it's easier than other times. Right. How do I want to do this? I think I only use that. Give me a second. There you go. Let's just change the light here. I don't know what the heck, but I'm like sweating for real. What the heck? What the heck? What the hell? It's not as noticeable as I expected. It really isn't that noticeable. I was expecting more. More is more. Whatever. More is more. Well, and this is one of those occasions that doesn't hurt to look for a reference, a visual reference. Yeah, so to create that volume, you do need, like, you have sort of this. Okay, so the top part would be lit, depends on how much detail does it have. Because technically it'll has some of that. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with this marker. I do have other ones, but I don't wanna, like, whenever I play that game I lose. Start using other markers and then all of a sudden it just looks like garbage. Complete garbage. Yeah. Looks like trash after if I start playing around with that. Maybe it already looks like garbage. I don't know if I like the background. My sketch looks awesome. This looks awesome compared to how this explosion looks, which is not great. I wouldn't say it's great. I don't know if I like it. Do I like it? Nah, not really. Well, once you're in it, better keep moving forward. I'm pretty sure if this was a real image, she would be in shadow. Unless there's like a really powerful light source in front of her. Ba ba bum bum. Ba ba bum bum. Ba ba bum. Yeah, you cannot see that at all. At least not in stream. I can see it here, but kinda shows up a little bit. A little bit, but very little. I forgot that my dog is here. Like my dog is sleeping right behind me. Like we're all tired and well, my wife and I are all tired, and the dog and the baby pleasantly sleeping. How do I want to do this? Maybe I use another brush. Dude, I cannot right now. You were sleeping, I'm doing something. Come on. Come on. Let me finish and I'll open the door. He's going back to sleep. I think he probably thought that I was done because I changed the light. He's super smart. He gets a lot of the things that you tell him. He just sometimes chooses not to listen to you. So I'm pretty sure it's a canonical thing for everyone that your dog or your pet or like, please don't do that, and they go and do that thing. It's like, oh my god. Like that TikTok sound. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dum 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 dum. Oh, maybe I can add the. Of course, you dummy. You can add the contrast with the outside. Uh, what the heck? It lost focus. Great. My. Okay, image. There you go. Already had it set up. Jokes on you. Already had it set up, my friends. Just looking at references of explosions. Talk about a dramatic exit. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, it looks better. Somehow it looks better. I don't know how much better, but it does look a little bit better. Yeah. I messed it up. So I could leave it at that. Yeah. Well, it does help to have some form of visual cue as to how it looks completely flat. When it's super tricky, and usually the what makes me make mistakes is with the face. When it's in an angle, I mentioned it multiple times, you can get distortion, and then you like the measurements can be off, which is freaking annoying. But yeah, it's easy to solve. You just set your page towards you. Anyway, right. Let's see for that. Just yeah, might go back to it, but in the meantime, just needs to be wet so it doesn't dry on the brush. Okay, let's try to do the surrounding. Yeah. Well, at least this is I think the right idea. The right idea. I don't know if I'm on the right track fully, but looks good on the camera. Bum 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 bum. I just need a small shot. Come on, come on. Probably mess it up, but there you go. That's good. Fair is fair. Okay. Yay! It doesn't look that bad. Somehow I got through it. The uncanny valley of image creation. Let's see. Well, I'm already past the hour mark. I wonder if I go all in, would it look decent? I do need to sign it though. Eh, I should leave it as it was. See, sometimes you feel that you're doing something and then it goes back and turns into something that you don't like as much. I need a masking paper. Nah, where is it? Could it be paper? Is anybody watching? Probably not. This time, who knows? Anyway. Alright. I don't know if I like it that much. I do like the character. The background, don't know. Don't know. Four minutes and it's gonna kick me out. Bye bye. Okay. Composition. I think it needs more work. It has kind of a cool thing to it though. You have to explore this further. It definitely doesn't work as well in terms of the marker, the glow in the dark stuff, but bum 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 bum. What do you want to change? I do want to add some details here, and I'm already past the hour mark, so I already fulfilled my quota, so small details. Oh my goodness. Eh, like looking back on it, it doesn't bother me that much, really. Hmm, I can live with that. Like, no, he was a fairly decent artist. Uh, was he great? That's not for anybody to, like, the person cannot think like that. It's what others think. So anyway, at least what I do worry about is being at the very least proficient at this. At the end, all we can do is do the best we can with what we have. Whether people see it or not. Now thinking about it, maybe I need to add this shading. I do know why I'm choosing to do this, but maybe it's not the best looking stuff. Okay. Yeah. We did what we set out to do. Did a drawing. If you decided to join, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. As I said in all my streams, I try to go live Mondays through Thursdays. Next week I'm off, so you're not gonna see me most likely. But you can check out my channel. I have a bunch of videos there that you might find interesting. Anyways, I also have an illustrated deck of cards that I've talked about it in my channel and in my videos. You can find it on my website. I have a Redbubble shop, and I have some foam backgrounds also on my website. Right. So yeah, I can play a little bit more with this, like the corners. I feel they need to be like jet black, but I do like the composition. If I turn this off, I kind of like how it looks. I don't know about the marker, and I might just go back to what I've been doing. I've been exploring different things, but using the same materials, trying to, so it's way more cohesive in terms of previous work. And yeah, I don't know if it makes sense, but hopefully it does. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Let me see if I can find my music here. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye.